Hi, it's Tom here from FDS, and today we are in 2007. Yes, that's right, I have time travelled, and we are going to review this, which is the brand new Longshot CS6. Right, that's quite enough of that. We are in fact looking at the Longshot today, but we're back in 2016, where you can get some cool accessories for this, like 3D printed pump grips and a whole host of different bolt and spring options. I've got one of these, which I'm going to test at some point, talking of cool 3D printed things, which is a Dead Space Eliminator. As you can see, it has a nice Venturi shape inside, and the stock bolts designed to fit on here, and then it has a buffer O-ring and a few other bits and pieces. These are available off a mod shop on Facebook. I'll give you a link if you're interested in these. We're going to test these later, but right now what we're going to test is AR removal in the Longshot. This one is my personal one, and I've had it a while now. It's the very same one from my stock test. It's also the same one from my Orange Modworks Stage 1 kit test. Now, I quite like the 7 kilo spring with a pump grip. It works quite nicely. I want to see how much power this is putting out now it's had the air restrictor removed. So I've loaded up. These are once fired elite darts. This is just one of my mods. When we test the dead space removal, there'll be a fresh packet, and then we're going to progress from there to look at a couple of other options like bolts and things you can do to bring your Longshot into the 21st century a little bit better. Okay, a quick rundown of what mods this Longshot's had done to it. It has got the Stage 1 kit from Orange Modworks with the 8 kilogram spring. It has got the air restrictor removed, which is what I wanted to test today to see how much of a difference that made. And it has also got the stock catch spring to replace the Orange Modworks tougher catch spring, which I don't like. Doesn't work as well with the pump grip. This is an F10555 pump grip that's not making any more power. The other thing I've done to this since I last tested it was I've put back the forward bolt lock. So now when you close the breech will stay closed until you pull the trigger, which I think is a really good idea. I've often said that Longshots with that forward bolt lock removed, I think they lose power because you have to close the breech manually and hold it shut. And I think that's making a big difference in terms of how well this is going to shoot, because I'm not losing air here at the bolt. And obviously the Longshot has a relatively large air volume, so I want to see how this compares to a Retaliator on a similar spring. I've got good data for a Retaliator. I've often contended that the Retaliator is better pound for pound on spring rates than a Longshot. Obviously nowadays building a pump Retal costs about the same as building a pump Longshot. So it will be interesting to see whether a 7 kilogram Retal, with its much better handling and the fact that it's ambidextrous from the factory and has a trigger guard, obviously the stock is probably debatably not as good as a Longshot one, but a pump Retal is about the same in terms of overall length. It's just a nicer blaster for most people and easier to mod, and a much smaller volume than a plunger, so a little bit easier to work with because it's not got such a long stroke. So it'll be interesting to see how this stacks up, and obviously we'll again look at the corona results.
Okay, we're going to review the figures for the Longshot. 8 kilogram spring, AR removed, high of 111, low of 100, average of 105, extreme spread of 11, standard deviation of 2. So that's very interesting. There's quite a lot of gain to be had in the Longshot, clearly, by removing the air restrictor.